All right, and we're back. This is pack number 2 of our 5-pack opening today for the Blackwood Forest Alpha set. Blackwood Forest. Okay, we got our cards. Clean our trash up. Yep, I think we got it now. Journeyman Knight. I love the art in this card. So much like movement, and just this guy in the corner here, just like really getting outmaneuvered somehow. Seems like he's lost his sword while the Journeyman Knight has been planning this all along. 3/2/1 for 3. Vanilla cards are very good, especially Vanilla Knights. Scimitar. You know it. It's one of the best equipment in the game. The +2 attack and the plus 33% crit chance are just underrated. Don't sleep on this one, especially in how many decks it goes into. If you see how many classes this applies to, it's probably one of the better universal weapons that most classes can equip. Boglands Hijacker. This card is probably like the Butcher Knives on Wheel card. Butcher Knife. What am I trying to say? A wheel of butcher knives. There you go. That's the phrase I was going for. It's early in the morning. I haven't drank enough caffeine yet. But this guy is a total wheel of butcher knives. He really can just hit the board and be absolutely buffed up by grok and equipment very quickly. So I think this guy will be around for a while. I think anytime you get charged on a 2-drop, it's always going to be a pretty solid card. So I like it. Barbarian's good. And a good stat line too for the charge. Hero Veil Mortuary. This card is very, very good, and I've been thinking about some lore stuff for it lately. It's such a interesting area. Hero Veil, one of the classic towns in the game, I should say. And then you get this basic area, I should say, but it's definitely an area where that banished target card from a crypt, I think, will gain strength over time as graveyard synergy becomes more of a thing. You're going to see like the crypt plays go from, you know, maybe removing one large unit out of a opponent's crypt to being more like breaking up combos and things like that. So I think this card could gain value over time. And it's not hard to finish, and it gives you 3 victory points. So I think it's just a good land. It's a good area for throwing in a lot of different decks. The Pony Shoer Classic. Solid little tradesman. Definitely gives halfling decks a red source of defense early on. I think that's kind of the main point of this card. Halflings tend to be green on green for the most part with their gems. So he kind of comes in and provides a little bit of color density in the red gem for them, so that they can actually get on board against the more physical decks and stick for a second. Frost Cone. Let's check the spell out. 4 mana evocation. Select 3 enemy units. Deal 1+ magic frost. Okay, so this is like a setup. This card is, the damage is good to the 3 units. You can definitely remove stuff with that. But the frost counters are definitely something to consider too. See, I need to experiment more with frost. I'm such a board presence deck player, and I just don't play these effect accumulation decks. I'll need to check this one out more, because this definitely looks like something that is setting up frost counters to be stronger. Maplehurst Seer. Good little skill. It's a nice wizard. That's the best. I mean, that's always a good part about playing wizards, is they typically have good stat lines like this one does. And then every turn, you can basically, dig 3 cards and set your deck the best you want to. Set it up so that you actually draw what you need to draw. So I like Maplehurst Seer. It's a solid card. It's not too flashy, but it's also not bad either. Good card. The Hearthglen Hero. So I think this card will be a super good combo enabler in the future. Refreshing a unit is just like, this definitely is the only card that does this in the game as far as I know. Refreshing another unit is strong. It's going to be very good with unique units and things like that can come out and really take advantage of the fact that they shouldn't be able to use their ability twice in one turn. So I think that's where he'll shine, is in a unique deck, a deck that's built around a unique skill. This guy will just basically let you double up on it. So once again, I think this is another good pack. I'm gonna throw this guy in our sleeve. And we're moving on to pack number 3.